Pathetic. Pitiful. 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 Dallas Cowboys lose 28-23. And boy, did I make some notes. And boy, did I make some notes. That game was very, very winnable. Very winnable. You had opportunity after opportunity to put yourself in positions to win that game. It's like the Philadelphia Eagles pretty much damn near gave you that game. But because this team is soft as hell, like I've been saying for I don't know how long, you get this. Yeah. Terrence Steele, to address that, Terrence Steele stole money. His pass blocking sucks. Getting his ass whooped. And it ain't, see, I hate when people make excuses for some, oh, he just got back from injury. No. His technique, like his balance, is trash. I don't get it. It's like he ain't got no athleticism out there. It's like he's just strictly run blocker. It's like we pay him to be a run blocking tackle. And if that's the case, then you need to be a run first team. And you're not. See, the reason why that Terrence Steele looked the way that he looked last year is because you ran more. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get on TP too. There's gonna be a nice little segment for TP. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a nice segment. But let's get to the beginning of this game. From the word go, from the whistle, soon as you got off the field and Philly got that ball, it was up from there. They disrespected you and went for it on fourth down. They went for it. They said that your defense is so soft that even in our own territory, we are still going to go for it on fourth down and do what they call it, the brotherly shove. They did the brotherly shove on you twice. That's why I made that post. I said, if this defense don't get no turnovers, it's going to be a long game. And a long game it was. Your defense is soft as hell. And for your owner to think, and Will McClay, let's be honest, Will McClay and your coaches, because if your coaches wanted new players, I'm pretty sure that they would have made it happen. Like, look, we just can't. If they would have told Will and them that, yo, look, we just cannot win with such and such at this position. You telling me that they wouldn't even try to make an attempt to go get somebody like that? So your coaches is satisfied with the type of players that you have. They it's good enough. It's good enough for them. But the unfortunate reality to the situation is not good enough to win what we need to win. I'll just be honest with y'all, right? If we get in the playoffs, you got to hope for good matchups. If you get good matchups, you can win. But if you get bad matchups, it's one and done for you. I'll just be honest. This team is soft. And on the offense and on the defense. And we're going to get into why. The majority of us, we've been talking about this. We already know why. But I gained some clarity on a couple players that we may be like, okay, maybe if he's in this role, we can roll with it. Maybe if he does this, we can roll with it. No, we can't. And for your team, your owner, your coaches to think that this is good enough, Dan Quinn sucks. Talking about the whole week, it was talking about this tush push. And they done ran that thing, what, like 4 times on you? And got it. And then you got 4. Bro, look, 4 played a good game. But there's some areas that we're going to talk about. But let me address this real quick. Bro, how is 4 230 plus pounds and can't get a short yardage play? Bro, you know how soft he is for that? Bro, you got to be soft not to be able to get that. But it ain't the offensive lineman, it's 4. Bro, he don't get no push. He don't like it's a QB sneak. Like, what is he doing? Go forward. Get the thing, get leverage, and go. It's like 4 don't do leg day or something. You know, they say, what's his name? Squat such and such pounds. Bro, you telling me that 4 ain't got no power? You telling me 4 that damn clumsy? Yeah, 4 that damn clumsy. Yeah, he that damn clumsy. Just like he was clumsy on that damn 2-point conversion. No awareness, no none of that. 4 clumsy. 4 played the game. I'm not about to blame this on 4. 4 actually kept this game to where it was at, to have a opportunity to win the game, right? Because if 4 didn't do what he did early on, we would have got blown out. We would have got blown out, y'all. I promise you, if 4 didn't have the game that he had early on, I promise you this team probably would have put up, this game would have been like 40-10. I promise you this game would have been 40-10. So to thank 4 for sustaining a couple drives, right? Thank 4 for that second drive when he ran the ball 3 straight times to get us some points. Thank 4 that. But let's get into this, y'all, right? Let's look at like I said, to go back, they disrespected you. They disrespected you and went for it twice on 4th down. You don't like, this defense don't got no pride, no manhood, no toughness to like feel disrespected. Like, and for you to know that they're gonna do the same thing over and over again, and you can't stop it. You know how soft you is? You know how soft you is? Soft. Oh my gosh. Look. Look. So let's go back to the second drive. Like I told you, from the 40-10. If 4 didn't have them 3 plays when he ran the ball and for us to convert, it would have been cookies. So like I said, 4 came to play. But let's get to this defense real quick, because at the end of the day, even the points that you scored, that should have been good enough to win. It should 30 points. You don't need 30 points to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. I promise you don't. I promise you do not need 30 points to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. What you scored today should have been good enough to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. And let's get one thing straight. Mike McCarthy said it, others say it, but we're going to keep it real. Your identity on this team is not defense. It's not defense. The defense sucks. In order for you to win, and to win the way that you've been winning, and to win games like this, Dak Prescott, you see what your offense got to click. Right? When your offense is able to get ahead and put points up, see, it's like this. The only thing, the way that your defense can combat and be any type of decent is if they get turnovers. But if they have a game where they don't get turnovers, it's cookies. They get their ass beat. They get ran on. Over and over again, we knew the formula of this team. We know what our weaknesses is. And the Philadelphia Eagles, just like the 49ers, just like the Arizona Cardinals, took advantage of that. And I'm pretty sure the Seattle Seahawks will take advantage of that. Opportunity to make a statement. Even if you would have won this game at the end, that would have did some things for your confidence and maybe able to give you some momentum to maybe build off of something. But what's your losses? What does that consist of? Arizona, 49ers, Eagles, physicality, you soft. No manhood, you soft. You soft. They ran on you every which way. You know, they're going to be like, oh, but he didn't get such and such. Let me tell y'all something. They had meaningful yards. They ran the ball when it counted. And then, don't get me started on your bum ass secondary. Don't get me started on your bum ass secondary. Your secondary is full of bums. Wilson can't cover. This stiff hip son of a gun, he can't cover. You know, you paid him. You paid Wilson to go get. You paid Wilson that you could have went to go get cheap elsewhere. The same thing Wilson is doing, Marquise Bell can do for cheaper, and you could have put him in that role because they both do the same things. They're both light in the ass in the box. So you pay Wilson to do this. If I'm going to pay a safety, he got to be able to cover. He can't cover. This is like the ideology of your front office. Because he do something well, you think that you can't get that. You think he brings something to the table that in all reality you could go get for cheaper to go put them resources somewhere else. Can we be real or can we be real today? Can we be real or can we be real today? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The same. See, Philly just didn't beat you. They beat you when you said that your secondary is supposed to be your strength. Your secondary is supposed to be your strength. And it's not. It's not. You look at we already know what time it is with the front seven. Leighton Vander Esch ain't gonna do not a thing because you still would have got your ass beat with Leighton Vander Esch. So it wasn't because you miss Leighton. You don't miss Leighton. At times, I forget sometimes when Leighton been gone that we even got him on the team. That's how much you don't miss Leighton. You need somebody that's going to be physical. We told you that. They didn't get that. We told you that. Over and over again. They going to say, but the refs. Bro, the refs was in your favor as well. Because the refs damn near kept you in the game. But we can't blame refs. Every time I call, bro, you should go ahead and dominate a game and play a game where, regardless of what the refs is doing, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, you still gonna do your thing. You still gonna do your thizzle. So the refs didn't lose you this game. The Dallas Cowboys lost you this game. Oh, look. Your secondary can't cover. You're going to have to see about Eric Scott. We're going to have to give him a try. We got to see if he can add some type of boost. We're going to have to get something going on. Because this is ridiculous. I even see, even on the 4th and 1, I see Lawrence, man, he stand up. He know what's coming. So he goes into the 3 technique and see, bam. And they all just get washed out. You see Michael Parsons, he topping on top and he going for a ride. Yeah! He all the way out. Thinking that he a cowboy. And what a real cowboy is, he thinking he a cowboy. He taking rides. You know how embarrassing it is for your star pass rusher, so-called, to be taking a ride 5 yards down the field. Oh, let me get you started on him. What, because he got a sack? Man, he got a sack by the grace of God. Man, he got a sack because Jalen Hurts was hurt. Bro, Michael Parsons, when it came out there, he didn't really have a game that he was supposed to have. He was supposed to wreck that game. Your defensive line failed us. The strength of this team, the strength of this defense, which is supposed to be your D-line, failed you. Pressure was lacking. Physicality was lacking. Everything was lacking. Micah getting dragged by Swift in the end zone. Micah on a first drive that they got, bro, that boy getting dragged 3-4 yards down the field. But everything that we hear about them is get to the quarterback. We're going to have a rush game. Bro, no, you don't. You have to have a physical game. What they say, what Mike and them say, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You didn't earn it. You couldn't, bro, they even gave you opportunities to go get to the passer, and you still couldn't get there. Bro, look, a sack, but just because somebody get a sack or a sack and a half or whatever the hell you got, that don't mean he had a good game. That don't mean he got a good game. Just because he can go ahead and take advantage of that bum guard, I'm gonna tell you what it is. He's stunting the growth of your other defense. And you see the way Sam Williams on that opportunity went to go get to the QB, bent that edge. He keeps saying free him. You need to free him. You need to keep him at linebacker. He ain't no end. That's what's going to help your team. Put him more in coverage responsibilities. Like, I don't get it. You pick and choose when you rush him. Cause now it's getting to the point like, Dan Quinn, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you stunting Sam Williams out of everything? And he showed you that he needed to be on the field. He keeps showing you. He showed you last year that he needed more opportunities. Like, what is going on here? What is going on here? Soon as you put him in, boom, he get there. Ain't nobody else was getting there. Why is he not playing more? What's going on? There's something going on in our locker room. Dan Quinn, all this talk about Dan Quinn being that one when it come down to being a defensive coordinator, he ain't that one. I mean, shit. If I had that Seattle Seahawks defense with Richard Sherman and company, shit, I goddamn would be a damn champion. This is the same Dan Quinn defense that choked 28-3 against the Atlanta Falcons. Too hurt, don't it? We thinking, okay, maybe got pedigree. Okay, players like him. Just because the players like you don't mean that you a good coach. Bro, how the hell he can't adjust to the formula? Bro, this team is pretty much the same team as it damn near was last year defensively. You thought the secondary was going to save you. Trayvon Diggs couldn't save you on this because you still was getting pumped with Trayvon Diggs on the field. So what you mean? Trayvon Diggs wasn't going to save you? This ain't got nothing to do with – but if it was more even, like, look, there's teams with less talent on defense that's doing a better job. Listen, look, there's a way. Look, even if they score their points, look, I expect the Eagles to score today. I had in my head at least around like a 24-20 game. I expected the Eagles to score, but it's the way that you score is what's concerning about the defense. It ain't because they scored. It's part of the game. They gonna give us some plays. But it's the way that you score. That's the concerning part when it comes down to the Cowboys. The way that they're getting scored on. The way that they're getting pumped. The way that they're not showing that they physical. The way that they keep talking about Marquise Bell, which is a good player, but when it comes down to teams like this, he nowhere to be found. Because you know why? It's a physicality aspect to the game. No matter what the NFL do with these rules, football still the same. You still win the same. Let's get on Tony Pollard real quick. Yeah. Let's get on TP real quick. TP ain't it. And I'm gonna even go right here. TP ain't got no juice. And I'm gonna tell you why. Just because he fast don't mean he got juice. Deuce Vaughn can do what the hell TP doing right now. He ain't got no juice. He got no vision. Bro, what? Just because he can go 0 to 100, that don't mean he got that juice, though. Bro, he is stiff as hell. Tony Pollard stiff as hell. When do you see Tony Pollard hitting it with a When you see him doing this? When you see him breaking ankles on a consistent basis? You're paying Tony Pollard $10 million to do this. You ain't bringing no bruiser back. Even the Buffalo Bills knew that they needed a bruiser back. You didn't even bring no bruiser back in. Even though they like, shoot, even when we got Cook, we need somebody to go ahead and be a bruiser. And they went to go get Fournette, which you had all season, and all season to bring in somebody like him. What is going on here? Tony Pollard sucks. He can't play running back. He may be a weapon, and I ain't going to deny that. He may got speed, but shit, the most that you going to get out of TP is Percy Harvin. Bro, running to him behind that offensive line. Look, I can't keep crucifying my offensive line because my running back sucks. You see the difference between when he runs and when Rico Dowdle runs. It's a difference. There's certain times where he be like, man, that running back, he leaves so much meat on that bone. There should be times where he can get about 4 or 5 yards, but it'll only be a yard. And you see Rico get the yards. What the hell is going on? What? Because you paying him $10 million? Forget that $10 million. I thought you want to win. Bro, he's not it. You need to put him back in a complimentary role. So why the hell is Hunter not running the ball? Why the hell is Rico not running the ball? That's why I said, like, look who we paid. You paid Donovan Wilson, and you paid TP this year, and you paid weak-ass Michael Gallup, who dropped that pass. What is going on here? What is going on here? Tolbert need to get his snaps. Tolbert need to get his snaps. Tolbert may play. Speaking of Tolbert, Dak, my G, you played a good game. But why the hell on crucial situations you go into Tolbert when you got 88 who been cooking these fools the whole game, my boy? What is you doing? Bro, you was that? You in here to know? CD never had 200 yards today. And on crucial situations, you're not going. And then, you got to be one of the most dumbest mother. When we need a touchdown, you throw it 5 yards short. What are you doing? Where's your IQ at? Where's your awareness to know, bro, you're close to out of bounds. You might need a tightrope that he clumsy. Bro, he need to go to dance class or something because that boy got no coordination. No legs. No, bro, he need to be focusing on legs his whole season because he ain't got it, my G. I'm telling you that he is one of the most clumsiest, softest quarterbacks that I have ever seen. You can't get a 4th and 1, and you're bigger than probably the Eagles linebackers, and you can't go get a 4th and 1. You can't go get Jordan. We should be having our brotherly shove too, but we got a big ass quarterback. How the hell we can't sneak with him? That's back-to-back times. They didn't do it. I think it was against the Chargers. He missed it. You can't get it with that soft-ass defense, and then all of a sudden you can't get it with the Philadelphia Eagles. But you just see him just laying on the line, and like, bro, like he just like he humping the air or something. Bro, why is you not shooting like a missile? Because he don't want it. Did I acknowledge that he was trying to compete when he put his body out there to try to get that in the goal? Yes, I do. I acknowledge that. But bro, pick and choose, because I really want the time to go ahead and do to put yourself like that anyway. I would want you to put yourself in that 4th and 1 instead of that play. I would want you to go ahead and have the awareness to put yourself out there to get that 2-point conversion. Players make plays, right? Was the offense a problem in this game? No, like I said, they had how can I say it? They had their hand in this as far as them not being able to sustain the running game. But to be honest with you, Daniel, like the Buffalo Bills right now. You the Buffalo Bills right now. You the Buffalo Bills right now. Buffalo Bills can do this. They be giving up stuff on defense, and they can't run the damn ball. You the Buffalo Bills right now. The only thing that's missing is the turnovers. What's his name? Be doing Josh Allen. That's the only thing missing from this team is the turnovers. I'm gonna keep popping this stuff, but if y'all wanna call in and pop your stuff, you was more than welcome to. You was more than welcome to. Because I know some of y'all got some stuff on y'all chest. So you was more than welcome to call if you would like to call. If not, I'm gonna keep popping my stuff. But anywho, complimentary ball. Special teams, they gave you opportunities for points. Defense, they didn't give you no opportunities. They give you no, bro. You get a couple potential turnovers and can't take it. How the hell you can't even on that last drive? They gifted you a fumble? They the Eagles are so undisciplined. They're an undisciplined team too. They just more physical than you, but Eagles got some. They undisciplined too. That last drive, I'm like, bro, this team is hella undisciplined. Their team is undisciplined too. They gave you opportunities. They gave you opportunities to take it, and you decided that you did not want to take it. They gave you hella opportunities, and you did not take advantage. You didn't seize the moment. There ain't no killers on this team. No killers. No killers. No killers. And there was ample, and the cool thing about it is there was ample opportunity to go ahead and do. I'm seeing some of our ends not rushing in their lanes. I'm seeing Micah going up the field hella much, and then boom, Jalen Hurts go get the first down. Right? Look, them tackles, I make that post. Them tackles was cooked. You see Sam Williams get his. You see Dorrance get his. Bro, them tackles, there was room, there was opportunity to shine today. And with a backup right guard, there was opportunities to shine. and you choose not to shine. And to go back on Gallup, bro, this need to be his last year. For real. This need to be his last year. I promise you this need to be his last year. Bro, he sucks. Somebody try to go ahead and compare him to Patrick Creighton. I seen it on Twitter. No. Level one. Don't do that. Patrick Creighton was better. Sam Hurd was better. Don't do that, loved one. Don't do that, loved one. Michael Gallup is trash. For you to pay him, what are you getting from a 12? You got more from Tolbert on a rookie contract that's probably not even getting paid $1 million. You got more for him than Gallup does, than Gallup gave you today. That's sad. And y'all remember when I talked about, remember when I made my film session early in the year? I ain't feeling Gallup. But I said, we'll go ahead and be open up and we'll give him an opportunity. Well, you're over halfway through the season. The same thing is going on like last year, but they try to blame it on the knee. It's not the knee. He sucks. He sucks. This team needs another wide receiver. And they need a quarterback that's going to really give it to these wide receivers. We should have been. Yankee, okay, Ferguson had a good game. Cool. CD had a great game. Cool. But you know who else should have had a good game? Cooks. I seen Cooks, I believe, on that Schoonmaker. On that Schoon, they going to say the PI, but I could talk about that route, Schoonmaker. Wasn't Cooks open in the middle of the end zone? You was like, see, sometimes when he be dialed in and be like, okay, I'm going to throw it to him. Not knowing that something else could be opening up. And then we miss opportunities. Because there was some meat, like I said, on that offense, there was some meat left out in the bone. Even though it shouldn't take 30 to beat Philly, you should have put up 30. I promise you. And I'll tell you like this. I'm going to tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. When we went for it, on that goal line situation, I thought that we should have kicked it. You know why I thought we should have kicked it? Because this team has showed you all year that they soft and they're not a short yardage team. And they're going to go ahead and self-destruct, whether you try to run it in or whether you try to pass it in. Bro, I'm saying at times, I'm going back, I'm like, yo, just throw that thing up to Dez. I mean, that's Dez, but CD. Just throw it up to him. Let him go get it. He can't even do that. Just throw it up to CD. Just let him show me 88. Because if he can't make the play, then he can shut up. Because you're giving him the ball. Allow 88 to make a play for you. In the red zone, that'll fix it. Come on, man. Like, you can't get no closer. You can't run the ball because you know that you ain't going to get no push. You know that your running back, he sucks. He's soft. And the cool thing about it is I knew what they was going to run. I was like, okay, they got Hunter Lipke. They got, I think they got Rico back there. I still know that they're not going to hand them the ball. I still know that. What's the point? What's the point of putting in these resources to Zach Martin, who in terms, he's not playing the way to his standard. I'll be honest with you. Terrence Steele, he's sucking up. He's sticking up the place. But Zach Martin, he definitely not playing up to his standard. We could talk about Tyron all we will, but I know when Tyron get up in that game, I know Tyron gonna ball. And Tyron had a good game today. Tyler Smith had a good game today. Biadasz, he gonna do what Biadasz does. You know, it was a tall task, right? But your right side is letting you down. Right? You got to ice Jackson to the left side. You got to continue to ice. But we don't need to ice Jackson this. We know what time it is. We know that your left side is the best side. Even with Edoga in the game, I still rather run to the left side. But your boy TP has no vision. He has no vision. He sucks. And that's how. And for them not to go ahead and invest and go get that running back, shame on you, Jerry. Shame on you, Jerry. Shame on you, Jerry. Shame on you for this. Shame on you. Facts. You know, it's crazy. Because you got to know. So it's like this. Toward the end, to answer that, Okay, Dak, you know that Terrence Steele is getting his ass beat, and they're gonna go ahead and attack Terrence Steele. You know they're gonna attack Terrence Steele. And what did he do? He didn't have that awareness. He we see a lot of the times Dak, we sometimes take unnecessary punishment because he should know off the rip. Okay, I got this right tackle that's just getting his ass whooped. No matter what it is, I need to have a plan just in case he get his ass whooped. And it's like he stands in the pocket like he got trust of Terrence Steele to go ahead and hold up like he ain't be getting his ass whooped all game. Cowboys should have traded for Henry. I agree. They should have traded for somebody that can bring some type of physical element to the equation. See, the thing about it was, okay, they got rid of Zeke, but who's going to replace him? And they thought that TP could do the same thing. Didn't your running back coach tell you last year that TP couldn't be in his role? They didn't listen. And TP like, oh, I can do it. No, you can't. TP, what happened to that message you was talking about? Talking about you can do it. You ain't did it yet. You ain't did it yet. And they'd be like, okay, we got to get TP in space. We try to get TP in space, and he still don't do nothing. There was times where he was in space. He still don't do nothing. And as my running back, I gotta be I gotta be able to attack. I gotta have some type of ability to be able to run inside as well. It can't just be outside. That's predictable. Even though that you should have had, I'll be honest with you. Even though the Philadelphia Eagles are stout inside when they come to the D tackles, you still have some room to be able to run on a perimeter, and you didn't take advantage of that. You should. Sometimes you don't have to be creative to run. Sometimes you just mean about my line better than yours. But even though, like I said, I gotta bring a whole lot of blame to TP. I also got to be real with you. I've seen a whole bunch of your linemen take steps backward with this new offensive line coach. He's not it. See, sometimes, man, you should have left his old ass with Tom Landry because he's not it. He's not it. Bro, look, sometimes you got to have different eyes. You got to have new eyes. In his eyes to how old linemen should be played, you would think that, this, you ain't got them boys back there with the 1980s no more. You ain't got the Nates no more, bro. This is different. This is his new age stuff, and he don't have a new age eye. He don't have a new age eye. And your offensive line, even though I do acknowledge the running back, they still have taken a couple steps backwards. Philbin was better than this. Joe was better than this. Joe probably at least would have get you this game. Too much, even though Dak has been playing a good trio of games, too much is still on his shoulders, right? Now, I'm not saying, like I said, there's games like this where Dak got to step up, and he did that for the most part, but then he still got to have some type of run support. There still need to be somewhere in the game or at the end of the game where he has run support, where he can make a certain type of play, where all the pressure won't be on him to make the play. Because when all the pressure is on him to make that one play or it's over, more times than not, he's not going to make that play. But over the course of the game, he can get you there when he's on the way that he's on. But when it's time to make that play, unless it's right there, more times than not, he's not going to make that play. Mike McCarthy, there's decisions that I disagree with. There's decisions that I disagree with. I thought that you should have took the field goal. Now I understand the ideology. Like, look, if we can't get it right here, well, we'll someone to this team, and that's correct. But at the same time, Mike, it's your job to know your team, to know your limitations, to know what you can and can't do. I would have kicked that field goal. And that field goal would have went on ahead and gave you a whole nother outlook on how you could go ahead and come up with the win in that game. And you didn't do that. You didn't do that. So, like this secondary, even though Dak threw over 300, Dak should have damn near threw for 400 because there was opportunities. That secondary, y'all remember when we talked about a lot? That Eagles secondary is trash. Trash, my guy. Trash. And they showed you to this day. CD, they showed you. I just don't get it. Let's look at these statistics real quick. Let's look at these statistics. Let's go to the statistics board. Let's look at the box score. Let's look at the box score. Oh my. Give me a second. Man, oh man. All right. So the box score. Dak threw for 44 times. He had to. 5 sacks, though. Tony Pollard, you didn't even rush for 100 yards. You gave Rico the ball twice, and you ran the ball 12 times for 51 yards. Unacceptable. CD had 11 catches for 191 on 16 targets. I would have had it no other way. Jake Ferguson, good game. Jalen Tolbert had what Michael Gallup should have had. He had 49 in the tug, but Gallup should have had about 60, 70 with a tug. How the hell Gallup can't eat on this weak ass team? On this weak ass secondary? How Gallup can't eat? Did he make a couple plays with the pass interference and the catch? Yes, I think. Okay, yeah. But so what? So what? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You know, let's look at what the Philly did. look at the formula of success that they have. Jalen Hurts. He only had 17. Hold up. He had 17 for 23 for 183 and 2 tugs. He only threw the ball 23 times, but when he threw the ball, it was efficient. They had 109 rushing yards, 18 carries for 43 yards. Jalen had 10 for 36. Ken 3 for 22. Dak made that stupid ass remark, I'm not a running quarterback. Well, you're not a passing quarterback either. You're not a pocket quarterback. You ain't slicing and dicing consistently, my guy. So what you mean you're not a running quarterback? You best to make yourself a running quarterback. You ain't gotta have that as your primary like these other quarterbacks, but it definitely need to be a part of you. So you saying that dumbass stuff, Dak? I ain't feeling that. And y'all remember what I said? Dak need to have about 7 to 10. He had 6 carries today. He need to have 7 to 10s, and he only had 3 of them on one drive. That ain't good enough. Jalen had 10, and they all was meaningful. They all was meaningful. All was meaningful. This is ridiculous. All these fumbles, and none of them lost. They all have 4 fumbles, and you recovered none of them. And you know why you didn't recover none of them? I'm going to tell you why you didn't recover none of them. Because your defense wasn't getting no penetration. You see, if a defense is getting in that backfield when they fumble the ball the way that they did, they're recovering those. But because they was getting punked and because they didn't get no penetration, they didn't have the opportunity to recover any of that. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it real. That's why you can't recover them, because they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. This is sad, pathetic. We can't cover. We can't stop the run. We're not physical. What is this defense? I seen that this defense was top 5, top 3 or whatever. You know how sorry the defenses in the NFL is for us to be top 5? Who do we beat? Ask yourself, who do we beat? We beat the Chargers. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. We beat the Giants. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. The Patriots. The Jets, when it was reeling. You ain't beat nobody. You didn't beat nobody. You ain't beat nobody. You ain't beat nobody worth substance. The teams that came through with the substance, the teams that was pressing your weaknesses, you lost to them. and you lost to them in horrible fashion. You ain't got no dogs. And then the cool thing about it is they was playing this mind control. I mean, Micah already told you because Michael was already kissing their ass and telling them that they was a number one team anyway. So y'all was already defeated anyway. Y'all was already defeated anyway. Look, the players that need to make plays on this defense for sure, don't make them consistently. Don't make them. Okay, you got Micah. Who else you got? You got who else is a playmaker other than supposedly Micah? Who else is going to make plays? You don't have them. You don't have it. You got to hope. See, that defense. See, them numbers is lying. Numbers don't never tell the whole story. And for your defense to be top 5, it definitely don't tell the whole story because who did you beat? Like they say, when we win, it'd be a blowout. And when you lose, you be a blowout. This is a game that the Dallas Cowboys needed to win. And they failed. Just like they failed against the Niners. Just like they failed against the Arizona Cardinals. The game that they needed to win, they don't win. We good, not good. Terminator. Look, this team is good amongst the other teams, but good to win what we need to win? Nah, they ain't got it. They ain't got it. Like I said, if they're going to do any damage in the playoffs, it's going to be because they had good matchups. It's going to be because they also got soft-ass teams like the Chargers or something like that. That'll be the only way that they can win in the playoffs. Because if you see a team that has a level of physicality, it's over. It's over. It's over. You see a Philly in the playoffs, it's over. You see a Niners in the playoffs, it's over. They don't have the strength. They don't have they don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. The only good thing that I can tell you that I could take away is probably that Foe continued his streak of playing good. CD, like I said, CD should have had a few more catches, and CD should have had over 200 yards. I'll be honest with you. There's things that I see that we're just going to beat these mediocre ass teams. We're just going to beat mediocre teams. Next week we play the Giants. Yeah, we'll bang on them. Yeah, we'll bang on the Commanders at Thanksgiving or whenever we play them. Yeah, we're going to beat teams like that. But them teams like this that we need to beat, unless they get lucky with these turnovers, man, you got to force turnovers. Somebody should have been there when Sam got his sack. Too many. I need to see more physicality with my secondary. I need to see more press coverage, more in your face coverage. You're supposed to be making sure that this defensive line has all the time that they could possibly get. Because evidently they needed assistance today, and they didn't get it. They didn't get it. I don't have an opinion too much on my interior, but I'm going to say that it wasn't up to the – well, one thing that I can tell you before I look at that tape, that it wasn't to the standard that it should have been. It wasn't to the standard. That them quarterback sneaks rubbing the wrong way. Bro, y'all telling me that y'all can't stop this play? Y'all that damn soft that you can't stop this play? Bro, look, they're not doing anything spectacular. They're not doing anything that you ain't seen in years before. They just out physicaling these teams. For them to go ahead, like I said, for them to go ahead and go for it on that 4th and 1 on their own goal to start the game tells you how they feel about you. They say this team can't beat us. You're soft. You're not about to, no matter what happened, you can't score in the red zone. So at most we'll give up 3. That's how they feel about you. At most we'll give up 3. They disrespected you. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm taking that. with disrespect. Like, hold up. How dare you? What you mean? You saying we some suckers? That's exactly what Jalen Hurts and company said. Y'all some suckers. Y'all soft. Y'all can't stop this. That's how they played the whole game. Y'all can't stop this. You can't stop Devontae. You can't stop AJ. You ain't had 100 yards. Come on. You should have still been able to get 100 yards on this team, even with the inside. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. I'm telling you, they're going to have to see what that rookie can do. I need to see what that rookie corner can do. I do. I need to see if he can add some punch. Like you trade up for him. It's time to see. You didn't have enough of coddling your draft picks. You at the point where if you're going to see any type of change, you're going to have to let them loose. You're going to have to let Deuce Vaughn loose. I don't give a damn. Look, his vision, whether he be a rookie or not, I'm pretty sure that at minimum, it's up to part of where TP's vision is at. Let him loose. Let him loose. Eric Scott, let him loose. Viliani, let him loose. Brooks, let him loose because Gallup ain't cutting it. I would make Gallup inactive. That's how much he's been trash. Dropping that. Come on, man. He's been trash. He's did nothing for me to say, okay. And you gave him 12 mil. That's the cold thing about this situation. You playing players that in big time games that you wanted them to make big time plays, they're not. People that's on rookie contracts is the one making plays. Tolbert making plays. CD making plays. Marquise Bell making plays. Osa making plays. You pay the wrong people. You brought in the wrong people, and you're not utilizing the people that need to be utilized to combat this. Any team with a sorry ass defense like this have to be on point as an offense. We're going to have to put up 27, 28 points consistently to have a shot when you play teams like this. A winning a 14-10 game, your defense ain't good enough. It ain't good enough. They can't do what the Baltimore Ravens did to the Seattle Seahawks today. Your defense don't got that in them. They don't got that in them. They don't got that bear in them. They don't got that hyena in them. They got that meow in them. That's all they got in them. They don't got it. Rashaan Evans need to play more. Keep telling you this. That's your only hope. I don't give a damn about no athleticism because some of your athletic safeties who's supposed to be carrying these running backs and these tight ends was getting cooked. That's all I'm saying. It just ain't good enough, y'all. The team, the makeup of it's not good enough. And unfortunately, unless something happens, like a miracle happens, where they wake up, unless there's somebody on free agency that can maybe add to a couple of these positions for temporary. Like I said, they ain't here for a long time. They're just here for a good time to get us something for that season. Unless they get something like this team ain't gonna do shit. Unless they get like I said, unless they get some favorable matchups in the playoffs, which you're gonna need to win out to get that. This team ain't gonna do nothing. It's not gonna do nothing. It ain't built like it. It's just a disappointment. It's just a disappointment. Your best player on defense, disappointment to me. I don't, like I said, sacks don't mean nothing to me, especially in losing situations. It doesn't mean nothing to me. Doesn't mean not a thing to me. This is uncalled for. This ain't gonna. This is disappointing. Like I said, the losses, it ain't too much of the losses. Like I said, it's how you lose. And how we lost doesn't it doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't give me inclination like, oh, okay, we see them again. We got them this time. You got to hope something happens to obtain what you want to achieve. You got to hope that something good just comes your way. Unless you get that luck, you probably going to get bounced in the round that you got bounced in last time. That's all I'm saying. This team ain't good enough. Starting to think with Jerry Jones, will it ever be enough? He had an opportunity to pull the trigger on something that could really help us, but he want to talk about cap. The only thing cap that I hear from Jerry Jones is when he opened up his mouth. He want to talk about the cap situation. He was talking about Philadelphia Eagles, but how does the Philadelphia Eagles continue to make the moves to help them prepare them to be able to do something? And you talking about cap. You got all this money to pay out to players who won't even be worth it. See, you wouldn't have to worry about cap if you didn't pay Tony Pollard $10 million. You wouldn't have to worry about cap if you didn't pay Gallup $12, $13 million. You wouldn't have to worry about cap if you didn't pay Donovan Wilson. You got 3 bad contracts right now. And if Steele don't pick it up, it's looking like it's a 4th. And I like Steele, but his pass blocking has been horrific. Horrific. And it ain't to the standard of somebody that I paid to do a specific job. It's horrific. Everything about what he's doing is horrific. I don't know, y'all. But anywho, that's my time for today. Appreciate y'all for coming through. If you guys new, appreciate you for joining. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We got a whole lot more content coming through in the now and the future. But all right, y'all, we gone.